con los rompes discoteca.
Tú quieres duro. 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 Hoy te demostramos que somos los nuevos jefes del underground. Quieres duro.
Dale tiro, que dale más.
It is high, it is far, it is God.
Los verdaderos. Vamos pa' la calle.
Mixing live straight from New
Hola
York
mi gente,
City.
how's everyone doing today? I'm Roberto Ruiz, aka Don Sicario, and welcome back to another episode of Don Yankee con el Party, brought to you by NYYNEWS. With me, like always, is my co-host, Ruben Cruz, aka Numero Ruben. How's it going, kid?
All good, bro. Aquí ya tú sabes, working hard, and just, man, I can't wait for the season to start.
Bro, I'm the same way. It's work, back, obsessed for the Yankees. Let's see what happens. But we got a lot. We have a lot to talk about, but at the same time, we don't have much to talk about.
Yeah.
The offseason, we've had our moves. We have the fans that are in full panic mode and are not happy with what we've done so far. And then we have the fans that are kind of like, all right, I dig this. Let's see what happens. So far this offseason, the big question is, are the New York Yankees good? Are they good enough to make the World Series? Are they good enough to beat the Baltimore Orioles? Question right now, are the Yankees good?
Shoot, I believe so. I mean, we've had a lot of pieces. You know what I mean? Like so many fans are complaining because we're not throwing out these huge mega deals out, and we didn't get Yamamoto and things like that. But have they even really looked at what we've added?
I think this Yankees team is good. I don't care what anybody says. Compared to how we felt last offseason, this has been a good offseason. Of course, there's room to grow. Of course, if they add a Blake Snell or somebody like that, if they trade for a Cease, are we going into the season extra? Yes, of course. But so far, this team is good. With what the Yankees have added and what they've subtracted, this team is complete. It's almost a new team if you think about it. There's a lot of remember the all the journeymen that they've been adding, the I don't knows that we've talked about before. They're no longer around.
Thank God.
As from the way the season the offseason has played out, what do you grade the Yankees?
I give them a solid A minus at the very lowest. You know what I mean? Like they did what they were supposed to do in the sense of adding anything left-handed that they could. Anything. And especially when you grab the best left-handed hitter out there. Yeah. So
Juan Soto.
that's yeah.
For those
like
of you who don't know who we're talking about, Juan Soto.
Exactly. Like Juan Soto, bro, and then you add another quality, borderline, could be an all-star this year in Verdugo, in a contract year, a guy that's looking to get paid and who's had success in our own division. You got to go Gleyber and Grisham? You got to go Gleyber Grisham? I mean, come on, man. Come on.
So the big question is, that's what everybody's talking about right now. Whether or not the New York Yankees are a World Series caliber team. Is this patient a World Series caliber rotation? Is the bullpen or the lineup? From previous years, our biggest issue has never been the team. It's been nuts. I think this offseason, so far what they've added to the team, I think it's okay. I think it's good. I think we're going to have a lot of contact. And finally, we have a lineup that's balanced. We have some lefties. We got some switch hitters and ready. Compared to previous years, it hasn't been our pitching, the issues in the postseason. It's always been the bats.
Yep.
How are we feeling about the bats this time around?
I'm feeling great, bro, because if we think about it, like DJ LeMahieu finished strong on the second half. In the second half, he was basically a 270 hitter with almost a 380 on base. That's pretty darn good right there. Judge already came out saying, hey, put him lead off, right? So, and Judge has already claimed that And again, the captain,
Capitan.
he said, "I want to hit third." Which so many fans, and this is like, I'm gonna take a moment here, guys. For all of those that kept saying Judge loves to hit second, he's never said that. Okay,
Damn, son.
Judge has always been a team player and will do whatever's best for the team, right? But he's always been telling Boone, "I want to hit third." Okay, so all those fans that said Judge has to hit second because he does good at second because he wants to hit second. No, he hits good no matter where the hell he is. and he's
No
always
matter where.
and he's always said that he wants to hit third. And actually, for those that don't remember, towards the second half of 2021, when Stanton and Judge were going off that second half, and we got Rizzo at that time, Rizzo was hitting second to end the season, and it was Judge and Stanton back to back that year. And Judge hit better from the third spot because he had more runners on base. So just something to keep in mind for those that don't remember.
Juan Soto wants to bat third. Juan Soto's going to bat wherever they tell him to bat, and that's that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Juan Soto's actually come out and told Boone, and I think Boone said this in a couple interviews now because he's been going around and making a lot of interviews with John Boy, and our boy Hector got a chance to interview him, and like various different outlets, and he said, "Hey, I'm full go. I'll hit second."
I'll go wherever.
Like Soto's like, "I'll hit second. We got Judge." He's like, if we got Judge, I'm okay hitting second. Don't worry about it. Because I mean, like he hasn't had a teammate in it outside of Harper. Because Harper, he had Harper in his rookie year. But when you take out Harper, who has he had as a teammate that you would say, "Oh, he has to push Soto out of the third spot"? No one really.
No one. Because when he was with the Padres, wasn't he hitting third and then Tatis was batting second or something like that?
Tatis at a certain point was hitting leadoff, and they had Machado either hitting cleanup or hitting second, depending on the lineup. But for the most part, they had Tatis hitting first or second, with Kim hitting first or second. So like, Soto was the third hitter there. He said, like, none of you guys are better than me hitting third.
Yeah, but he can't say that in this team now. He can't say that.
Nah, I mean, you got Judge hitting 62 home runs with half a lineup. Imagine a full lineup.
Listen, arguably, we have at least three of the best players in the game right now, with Garrett Cole, Juan Soto, Aaron Judge.
Mm-hmm.
They're all Yankees right now. So I've seen a lot of arguments right now, like, how are the Yankees not going all out for it? They should have had Snell. They should have had this guy. They're trying to do it smart. I get it. It. A lot of things, we don't know what's going on in the background. We don't know what's going on in that quote-unquote war room, right? Mm-hmm. For all we know, with all the crying, oh, why didn't the whole Corbin Burns? We don't know what they offered or what the Milwaukee Brewers wanted. For all we know, they could have wanted Jones. They could have wanted Dominguez. Like, we don't know. Mm-hmm. But for what we're seeing, that what Baltimore gave up, I don't want to sit there and say, well, the Yankees could have offered something better than that, because we don't know what they wanted from us.
Yep.
And that's a big argument I'm seeing on Twitter, on social media. Why didn't we beat that? We don't know what they went. We don't know what went through that, negotiation process. We don't know.
Damn, son.
I still believe that the Yankee tax is real. I believe teams want more out of us.
I do too.
We haven't won in a minute. I mean, I get it, but we have the most. We spend the most money. We're the damn New York Yankees. That's never gonna go away. You know how much shit talking Cashman probably does in that cigar room with all the other GMs and Hal Steinbrenner over there when they have their cigars in their scotch or whatever. Like, they probably be talking a bunch of smack. So I believe the tax is real, but so far for all the acquisitions that we've gotten, especially in the bullpen, that's what we've had recently. How are we grading the bullpen so far?
The bullpen's good. I know a lot of people wanted to add a closer. Maybe add
We got a closer.
But the closer that we got, I think if they just finally it's not so much like I don't have a problem with Holmes for the most part.
His name is Mariano Holmes, okay?
So the thing with Holmes is that if you look at him, a lot of it is that he's a sinker baller, and if he gets too much rest, he gets out of whack. So like they need to make sure that he's always kind of like being used a decent amount, so that way he doesn't lose that feel for the sinker. And because sinker ballers need that feel, they need to pitch in very high leverage, very so that's why a lot of people think he's better as a setup guy. But our bullpen is all predicated on they're probably really good. It's just that how is Boone actually using them is really the issue. So hopefully this is the year where our starting pitching is pitching so well that it forces Boone to just lay off the bullpen a little bit. In terms of like, okay, maybe I don't go to our low leverage guy in the ninth inning and go to Holmes, just to close it out quick and get a 1-2-3 inning. Now, I really quick because I can't get this out of my head, bro. You just threw out a double entendre, right?
Why?
You said you spinning bars over here. You said with the war room. So we got the war room as in they going into war, but then you got the war room as in wins above replacement room. So.
Yo, fire! We need that on a T-shirt, son.
Right?
Bars, light bars without even realizing it. Bro. But I mean, if you look at the way Aaron Boone's been managing the bullpen, we've complained. I don't know how many games he cost us last season.
Oh yeah,
just managing the bullpen. Well, who's to say anything changes this year? I mean, I especially myself, I've been having a lot of positivity going into the 2024 season. So in my head, everything's going to go well. Everything's going to go according to plan. So maybe Aaron Boone does manage differently. Maybe he does get a little bit, the binder like Joe Girardi. Like maybe he goes with the gut this time. Maybe Aaron Judge kind of has an influence. Like, look, who knows what conversations are going on right now? That's why I hate a lot of people start assuming of, off the ledge. Like, get off the ledge, guy. Let's relax a bit. Let's see how everything goes. The spring training hasn't even started. And people are all over the place.
Damn, son.
That's the thing. That's the thing that I look at when it comes to Boone. I maybe I'm delusional, and I don't have a huge hope for it, but I feel like there is a chance.
You may be delusional, but we might be delusional. But I mean, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, there's a chance that Boone could potentially alter his bullpen management because of the starting pitchers bouncing back and the offense hitting off well. If those two can really go well, I think Boone would make wiser decisions with the bullpen and not get so bullpen happy. I'll be like, oh, I gotta throw him in because you got a lot of guys in this rotation who've proven to be legitimate starters.
I mean, they're talking about Loizaga now, right? Wasn't there word about trying to transition him or something like that, or?
Yeah, they want to potentially use him for the Michael King role, where it was like 2 to 3 innings, but it was more like out of the bullpen, but just covering multiple innings rather than just one, which he's done before. But it's a little bit tricky with him because I don't know, should you do that given that he's injury prone? So I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like maybe it might keep him healthier. It's really weird with Loizaga.
There was a moment where a lot of fans wanted him to be the closer, and that wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, he looked like he was like primed for that.
He was going to take over that closer role. Who's to say he doesn't get back on there? I mean, unless they mess with him and they want to switch it up.
Yeah, and then also, the reason why I mentioned about Boone potentially changing his bullpen management a little bit, I recall back in 2021 in that really good first half we had that I knew was a fraud because I knew the offense wasn't that good. At that time, I was like, man, this team is winning a lot, but these are ugly-ass wins. Because I knew
it was a win, though, kid. But I get it.
I knew I was like, wait, this is like, we're like a couple injuries away from like this totally derailing, and it just did. But at that time, when I was looking at it, I was like, man, this offense isn't that good, but we keep winning because of the pitching. And one of the key things, if you noticed, and because Boone does this a lot, he starts freaking out over managing where there's so many injuries, right? But that first half, we were super healthy.
Yeah.
And when we were, I don't know if you remember that pretty decent long stretch where we had all 5 starters going every 5 days.
Oh, yeah.
And they were going 6, 7, sometimes 8 innings. And they were
just a mirage, kid. It was a mirage.
But I'm saying because like at that time they were carrying the team on their backs.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, like get on our back. We got you. So actually this is first half of 2022. Sorry, we're in 2024 now. First half of 2022. So when that happened, I'm like, yo, like if we can get that kind of start from the rotation where you got Cole, Rodon, Stroman, Nestor, Clark, Smith, like these 5, these are legitimate starters.
I'm legit excited to see Stroman in pinstripes. Like,
I'm
excited to see what he does because I'm curious to see how it plays out. Like I've said it before, it's gonna go 2 ways. He's gonna be it's gonna be terrible time in New York for him, or it's gonna be amazing. Either way, it's gonna end bad because he's gonna end up talking shit on social media to all the fans. Like I told you, I was gonna do good.
Bro.
Either way.
I'm telling you, it's so funny because he reminds me of the Josh Donaldson situation. At that time,
I have more faith in Stroman than I did with.
Oh
Josh
no! But I'm saying like I had the same mentality about Donaldson then. I've always liked Donaldson, so I always liked him. I hated that he struggled in New York because I was like, damn, bro, he was such a good freaking player and he struggled at the wrong time. But when I looked at him, right, when we got Donaldson initially, I said the same exact thing, bro. I said this is either gonna go really good
or really bad.
Really bad.
Do you remember which way it went?
It went really horrible. So I'm hoping that Stroman shows up and doesn't pull a Donaldson because being a native New Yorker I don't think he can afford it. Like he's gonna be like, no, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna go and show up.
I think he's gonna do good, man. I feel like if he's healthy, he's gonna do good. If he's healthy, if he's like legit healthy, I think he's gonna. He loves that attention, bro. He's an attention whore. Like he loves that, and I mean that with all due respect. Like he thrives off the big lights. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is gonna be good for him. I'm excited for him.
He was killing it last year, bro. Like
he needs to unblock me. That's what he needs to do. He needs to hurry up and unblock me and cut it out.
He has you blocked, bro.
Blocked for no reason, kid. I don't.
You know what's hilarious? You know what's funny? He hasn't blocked me.
Well, good for you, Ruben. Good for you. Shout out to everybody that's not blocked by him, But guess what? I'm going to create a burner account, and I'm going to follow him.
Bro, but it's funny because when I look at Stroman, like last year in the first half, bro, man, talking about some sexy numbers, bro. Before he injured his hip, that guy's ERA was almost like Blake Snell's last year. It was like 2.28. Something ridiculous, and then like he was on pace to like if you would project those numbers out to like 32 starts, that dude was on pace to finish with like 210 innings, like something crazy. So like he was really freaking good last year. So the next 10 starts after that, they completely skewed his numbers, and so everybody's looking at a 3.95 ERA, but those last 10 starts that he was thugging it out, just trying to post. He sucked so bad, but it's because he just was not healthy. And he said it, he's like, man, I should have just shut it down.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he's healthy. Caleb Ferguson, son. The latest, no? Caleb Ferguson. The latest bullpen arm that we got. Lefty, right? 2023 with the Dodgers. 3.43 ERA. I mean, his numbers don't look bad. I mean, obviously, if we're gonna compare him to Hader, he's not gonna look that good. But I don't think it was a bad move.
No, it's a good move, man.
He's replacing Wandy, basically. No, that's Wandy's replacement.
Yeah, you can't look at him as for like a hitter replacement. You got to really look at him as like, what he is, which is more of a Wandy replacement.
Basically.
And it's funny because we got two of those in him and Gonzalez. And the funny part is one of them might take over Nick Ramirez. So thank God. No, hey, Nick,
if you strays out of nowhere,
bro, Nick, man, if you watch this, bro, no hate. Boom put you in some horrible positions. Your ERA was nice, but a lot of those runs were from the pitching staff that you guys got lucky on the bullpen, okay? And so I'm salty about that still because I feel for the starters because a lot of these starters' ERA should have not been that high. But anyways, Caleb Ferguson, he's not like last year was decent, wasn't amazing, but it was decent. And then the year before that, when he had his walks a little bit more under control and didn't have as many hits, he had a 1.82 ERA in 2022. So in that sense, there's some potential there. And then he's not just a lefty that has good pitches, but like he throws 95 to 97. So he's a hard throwing lefty. And then if you look, and I think what was his pitch package? I think it was like a slider. So like he has a good pitch mix. It's just, and he keeps the ball on the ground like one
fastball, slider, right? So
yep.
And his slider looks good. It actually looks good. I get it.
Yeah, and hey, with Blake,
I was about to say with Master Blake. That once he touches, he'll help him out and see what he can do with him. And that's why I'm excited for Stroman too, just to see what Matt Blake can do with him. You know what I'm saying?
With Stroman, it'll be interesting for sure because he's established.
Yeah, exactly. So what can we get out of Stroman? Is he going to elevate him to another level, or is it just going to be
I'm in the mindset. I think he'll just be Stroman because I don't think there's much else that you can do with him in the sense that like he's already a finished product. Like as long as he's healthy, he's good. So because if you look at his healthiest years where he doesn't go on the IL, most of those years his ERA is like in the low threes. Like
I'm ready for do-rag under the fitted cap. I'm ready for it.
For real, right?
See how the people are gonna react. Oh.
And then if you look at the year with the Mets, that guy had 32 starts, 180 innings. He had like a 3.02 ERA. So like that was a really good year. If he gives us that, everybody in New York is gonna love him.
I'll take him. Yeah.
Everybody's gonna love him. Like 3.02 ERA, everybody's gonna be like
with all that energy that he gives. With all the, I'll take it.
But I'm hoping that as long as they have a decent amount of health, I think this pitching staff, like, I get why people want Snow. I get why people were like, oh, get Corbin Burns. I get it. But
I wanted Corbin Burns, man.
But at the same time, I'm not going to discount what we got either. Because Rodon's a dog. The guy, when he's on and he's healthy, I mean, let's not forget, we were thinking last year this guy might potentially be in the Cy Young as well.
I'm fully expecting him to be the Cy Young this year coming up. He's gonna battle it out with Stroman to see who's gonna be the. But then in the last few games, Nestor Cortez is gonna just slide right in.
But I mean, hey, I think Cole might just be like, no, I'm gonna win the Cy Young above all of y'all, but you guys can come on for the ride. Let's go. Let's all go for it. Because like that's another thing with Nestor, bro. Now he slides down to the fourth starter, right? So he's no longer looked at as the number 3, the number 2. Like he's a fourth starter, bro. Him and Rodon had 2 years back to back of under 3 ERAs.
Yo, Cortez was our number 2 for a while.
Bro, Cortez was good. 160 innings, 150 in the third, if those that want to be exact. In 2022, over 28 starts, bro. You tell if I can get that out of him,
I'll take it.
You know his ERA is going to be low if he pitches that many innings because like the guy just pitches well, bro. Like, and that's with Boone limiting his pitch count at times. So
there was a moment where Herman was our number 1. So crazy things have happened. So
exactly. So
I'm expecting big things.
I like the pitching staff. I like the offense. Soto, Judge. Look, I know people are sour on Stanton, but I think with him working with Driveline and adjusting his swing finally, because a lot of people were saying it. They're saying, bro, you can't. This guy, when he pulls it to the ground. He's not lifting the ball at all. And he's one of those guys that probably should stop hitting ground balls.
Son.
Like, he's one of those guys that shouldn't be hitting ground balls because he can't run it out. So if he hits more of that just, like maybe lift a little bit. I'm not saying go and jack everything up and do pop-ups, but and strike out 50% of the time. But if he can just hit a few more balls above the infield, he'll be fine, because we all know that he hits home runs by accident. Like he's hit some ugly balls where like it looks like this guy's gonna hit like an ugly ball up the middle, and that ball just ended up going straight center field 450 feet for no freaking reason.
Yeah. It's so many things can happen. Like there's so many players that are playing for contracts to just chips on their shoulders. Can you imagine if this team just clicks the entire season? I'm expecting this team to make the World Series. I know I'm naive. You could call me, I believe they're going to make the World Series this year.
Like Rizzo having a bounce back year, right? People like, you don't even have to expect the first half Rizzo of last year where he was hitting 300. He was going to be hitting 30 home runs.
That. I'm fully expecting
that. I wouldn't be surprised if he does it, but I'm like, dude, I'd settle for 260, 25 home runs.
Just get Tatis nowhere near this. Keep him away.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But if he has 260 and his 25 home runs, I think a lot of people will be like, damn, Rizzo's back. You know what I mean? So, but I'll take the 300. I mean, if he can hit 300 again, or 290, and his 28, 32 home runs again, because he never hit. Bro, he's trying to hit over 32 home runs 4 or 5 times, and he's finished that 32 as his career high 4 times.
Maybe he'll get 33 this year. Yeah, but imagine all of them healthy. A healthy DJ, healthy Rizzo's, Judge. Soto. Oh my God, I'm stoked for this season to start already. I just want to. I'm ready for it.
Look, imagine if those guys simply hit. Let's say Stanton only misses 30 games, right? 20, 30 games. Let's say Rizzo, they get conservative. He misses maybe 10, 20 games, right? So, but for the most part, you got them for basically 140 games apiece, right? And they just are performing like they're supposed to. Imagine this lineup: DJ, Soto, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton as your 5th hitter. Then now you go in 6th hitter. You can go Verdugo if you want to go lefty.
Switch it up, get a left Verdugo, Gleyber up in there. I mean,
Gleyber as your 7th hitter, bro.
That's a big lineup right there. That's a Gleyber as the 7th hitter. And then Volpe and Wells.
You got Wells hitting 8th. Or Trevino hitting 8th with Volpe hitting 9th, being that second leadoff hitter, kind of how we did with Garner back in the day.
Yes, hell yeah. That's a mean lineup right there. So we shouldn't be managing this team. I'll back you up. Why not?
Shoot, and if it clicks, bro, and if it clicks really well with Volpe, because that's another thing. Brian Holt posted that, Volpe is looking at, I want to improve my batting average. I want to improve my on-base percentage, and
that's what I'm saying. If he can just start putting more contact.
Yeah, and Boone talked about it with Foul Territory. Boone said, bro, this guy wants to improve. This is in his DNA. He was saying. He said, this guy's gonna go and he's gonna put in the work to improve. He works that hard. So if it clicks right with Volpe that well, we could see him hitting leadoff before Dominguez comes back.
Yo, we're not even counting Dominguez into this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if Volpe clicks that well, where he really he's hitting the he's still hitting the home runs, but he starts hitting, instead of 23 doubles that he had last year, let's say now he has 40 doubles, and he hits a few more singles and keeps the home runs about the same. We're looking at a guy that could hit 270, 260. I mean, I know that's a lot of points to jump from a 209 batting average, but what people need to realize with Volpe, there was a point in the season where he was hitting like 260, 270 for like 2 months. And then that final month hit, and he had that wall where physically he was done. You could tell he was tired. You could tell that he was like, that was his first full season in the MLB where he's played. I think his career high in the minors was like 118 games, 120. So the extra 40 games, you could tell that it knocked him out, bro.
I mean, cualquiera.
You know?
You know, you're going through that, and then the stress and just all the pressure that he was feeling with all the fans.
And still win the Gold Glove.
And still win a Gold Glove. But of course, a lot of fans believe he didn't do jack. Like, they don't even recognize that Gold Glove. So that means like, he was a bust.
No,
I think that on the brass for just because we passed on so many All-Stars.
Yeah.
Anything Volpe does, it's not going to be enough.
It's just, bro, look, I mean, when you got Corey Seager hitting like 340 for a year, like, you know, everybody's going to be like, damn, we passed up on that.
Listen, random, real quick, random.
Son.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the Yankees the new road jerseys that they have? The old school looking jerseys.
It is it's okay. I mean, I'm waiting to see it on the players to kind of like see like, okay, how do I feel about this?
Yeah, but, because to me it looks like they removed the white line, the white stripe.
The little white line outside. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
It didn't. Fans were upset by it. Like I don't understand why. Like, I don't get it. It doesn't seem that big of a deal.
Too many New York fans just want to be mad at something.
They're mad about
everything.
You're not gonna get me angry this offseason. We got Juan Soto.
Son.
Now, if we don't extend him, I've said this.
Then that's a whole different story.
You ain't gonna see me for a while.
And this is the thing too. Also, I wanted to touch back really quick on Volpe. It was 132 games that was his career high, and then a lot of people say, "Oh, don't expect him to be a 300 hitter," but I'm not gonna take that out as a possibility down the road. But people need to remember, he's a guy that adjusts a little bit slower, and it takes him a little bit of time. So in 2021, where he went crazy in the minors. He had like 35 doubles, 27 home runs, and only 109 games. And that's why everybody was like, oh my God, this guy's going to be the next Derek Jeter. But the reason why they went crazy for him was because that year he had 294, had a 423 on base. Like, he was a monster in the minors. He had 1,000 OPS, bro. He had 1,027 OPS that yeah. And then in 2022, then a lot of people were like, okay, 35 doubles. So he had the same amount of doubles, but more games. And the home runs were less, which is expected. But he remembered that 2022 season, if you break it down, he hit 249 for the year. But that was despite a super awful start he had at the beginning of the year, that he was off to just a cold start. Because, and I think part of that is because, if I'm not mistaken, the high A team is in Tampa, right? Mm-hmm. All the other teams are in states that are much colder. So I think that cold weather adjustment he had kind of got him by surprise a little bit, you know?
It threw the young blood off.
Yeah. So like I think the average, the facing AA pitching, because a lot of people say that AA and AAA, like the talent's heavy in those leagues.
What do you predict his average to be this year?
I want to say, I'm going to give you a range, 250 to 260.
I'm going to put him in the 270 range.
And if he hits 260, like, I think he'll be hitting leadoff easy. Just because I think if he's hitting 260 with Soto behind him and Judge, I think he's going to be a little bit more patient and be willing to take a few walks whenever the strike is.
He's going to have to learn how to do it, because this whole home run or bust, like, he needs – we need him on base. We need to see them legs, bro. We got to see how fast he is because he is fast.
Yeah.
So we got to see
And
what
he's
he's
good.
cooking.
And he's good on the bases. But I think there's a chance that his average could really climb up in the next couple years. I think he could hit 290, 300, as long as he understands the pitches and everything. Because people forget in the minor leagues in 2021, 2022, as the season progressed, he was cutting down his strikeouts. And this year, in 2023, this past year, that where he was playing in MLB, if you go month to month, most of the months as they progressed, he was cutting down the strikeouts as well. Mm-hmm. It was that last month where his strikeouts started going up again because he was just done. Like, you could tell physically he was done. So I think with him, you're going to see a much lower strikeout rate. And if it's that much lower, I wouldn't be surprised if he hits 270, like you said. But like, just to temper the expectations, I wouldn't be surprised if he hits 250, 260.
I think he'll reach a moment. I don't know how long it'll last, but I feel like he could hit the 270. So let's talk real quick about the Dakota projections for 2024. We were talking about this earlier before we started recording. The wins. What do you think of the projections that they have? 94, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe that or no?
I do, in the sense that, like,
that was a long pause. That was a long pause.
No, because honestly, with the names that we got,
yeah.
And with them being hungry to bounce back, because they were embarrassed last year. Outside of Judge and Cole, this team was embarrassed.
They were.
Well, and outside of Torres, too. Torres had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
When you take out this team and then you got guys in a contract year, and I mean basically with Verdugo, with Torres, so I really think that this team beats the 94. That's me. People are gonna probably get at me about that, but I think I wouldn't be surprised.
Let them.
I wouldn't be surprised. Wins. Yeah, like I'm here thinking at the bare minimum 95. I could see them go Judge number and go 99, you know?
You heard it first here. Numero Ruben with the 99. I got him at 98. He has to one up it, so 99.
Because I'm telling you, like this team, bro, like if they truly click, bro, we got some dogs in here, bro. Like
I like that stat that you told me earlier with the runs, the projections for 2024.
Yep. They're projecting 827 runs for this offense. Which, honestly, if everything is clicking offensively, that's low.
It could be more.
Yeah,
if
because
clicking, it could be more.
A lot of people were saying that, like, for example, like I was saying it to some of my friends. I thought, like, I told most of the year, I kept telling some close friends of mine that I thought Texas was going to go to the World Series, and they're like, "You're crazy," But I knew it because they had the pitching. They let the pitchers go deep, and I knew their offense was good, and their offense basically scored at almost 900 runs last year. And to me, I know pitching wins championships and everything, but in the league, in a time where offense is so hard to get, if you have good pitching, it doesn't have to be amazing. If you have good pitching with an amazing offense, you're gonna win the championship. Like
this offense is gonna be dangerous. This offense is gonna be dangerous, bro.
So I can see the Yankees do the same thing because like the Yankees are now are the same depth of the Rangers and of the Astros. People like I've heard
we're
this
gonna
a little
mop
bit.
the Astros. Book it. We're gonna have a big game with the Astros in the postseason, and we're gonna mop them.
Hey, Texas and the Astros both. Because
it's gonna cause Bregman to leave. Bregman's gonna leave. They just signed Altuve, right? They extended Altuve.
Yeah, 5 years.
Bregman's gonna go. He's gonna leave in a bad way. So
no, and if you look at it, like because like last year Texas, like people don't realize how good Texas' lineup was last year. They were like 9 deep most of the year because they had Heim, they had Garver at catcher. They had those two. They had freaking Duran that they got from us for Joey Gallo. So you had Duran, you had Seager, you had Simeon. These are 3 guys right there in the infield that hit like basically like 280, 300 for most of the year. Seager went crazy. Like if he didn't miss 30 games, he probably would have won the MVP last year. because he was hitting like 360. Like, bro, his numbers were ridiculous. Like, if you took the doubles and the home runs and put it for a full season, the dude was on pace to hit like 70 doubles, bro.
Yo,
Like,
do you think that was one of the – what was the bigger miss, him or Harper? That's tough. We needed a shortstop, bro. We needed a shortstop. Can you imagine that kid in Yankee Stadium? I mean, granted, I want to Correa. Out of everybody, I want to Correa. But Corey Seager?
I think the biggest miss was Harper. And the reason why I say Harper is because Harper could have been the first baseman like he is this year for the Phillies. And Harper was 25 when he became a free agent.
Ruben, we didn't have no room for him. You forgot?
My ass.
Our Lord Cashman said it. He said it. There was no room for him. We don't got room for him. To be fair, he was right. We didn't have room. It doesn't mean –
if a guy like that tells you I'm willing to play first base, you try to go and make
his beard.
And he shaved his beard. The guy killed it in New York every time he visited New York. He killed us that series. Like, come on, bro.
Come on, son.
But if you look at it, though, like, the Rangers were so deep last year. Like, and their first baseman was good. They had Garcia in the outfield. They had so many good bats, bro. And I think we're there because we mentioned the first nine. We didn't, and like you said, we didn't even mention Dominguez. Like, really.
Yo, wait till that kid comes back. Yeesh.
So and if Volpe hits that 270 mark and he becomes the leadoff guy, and now you move DJ down to like 7, 8, that's a different lineup, bro.
Bro, I feel like fans are
and we haven't
need
even
to
talked
get
about
baseball
Wells
again. We're not even talking
Bro, Wells
I'm excited with
key.
Trevino and Wells together. How
Yes.
much Trevino's gonna teach this kid. I'm so happy for Trevino to be back.
And low key Wells, bro. Like, look, Wells. I really started following him after his 2021 year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And no, 2022, because that's when we got Trevino. That year in 2022. Remember how he was the Platinum Glove winner for Trevino? Well, that year there was a scout that I remember Dane told me that when you looked at the metrics, he was comparable to Trevino's framing on the year that Trevino won the Platinum Glove. So, and then going into last year when Rodon was doing his rehab, all he talked about was how good Wells was.
Yeah, he did.
So people like the critiques on Wells about catching has never been about his game calling. That was always a critique on Sanchez. The game calling and the blocking. Now, with Wells, his blocking has gotten a lot better. So now, like, when they see his game calling and his ability to block the ball for the most part, they're like, hey, this guy can stick a catcher. I think Wells is a legitimate catcher, and people are
pop, son.
And if people look at him, they're like thinking, oh, like, he doesn't have the arm. Like, bro, Trevino doesn't have that great of an arm either. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
fine.
So as long as they call an amazing game and they just block the balls they're supposed to, then we're good at catching. Because
we're cooking.
Bro, I think both of those guys can hit 260 plus, both. And a lot of people were down on Trevino. But Trevino had a bad wrist since spring training of last year.
Yeah.
And if you get him back to his form where he was in that first half of 2022, where he was hitting 270, 260, bro, I can see both of them hitting 260. And with Wells maybe getting more playing time a little bit towards the end than Trevino, simply because you're going to see Wells probably hit like 20 home runs, 22 home runs with that 260 average.
I'll take that any day, kid.
Bro, and he's left-handed.
I'll take it.
He'll hit 22. He'll hit 22, and then people will be like, damn, this guy probably could have hit 30 when we would have played him, on a 70-30 split, you know? So, like, and like, you remember how Rushman came out for the Orioles and, like, he was like this, like, made a huge difference in their pitching staff?
Yeah.
Bro, that's what Trevino...
You think Wells going to do it, huh?
Because if Trevino did that with the defense, now we're getting basically a left-handed Trevino on the game calling, but now you include a big bat. Like Wells is, I'm telling you, bro.
I feel, bro. I'm telling you this. I feel like this is gonna be a year where everybody's gonna shine, son. I think the vibes going into this season is gonna be crazy.
Man,
The Capitan, Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge got a whole new vibe coming into, right? It's like he's friends with the owner. Like he's friends with Hal. He's like, yo,
he said, I need to win.
We gotta win.
He said, like, we need to win. The Yankees need to win. It's been far too long, and they need to win with Cole and Judge because we don't need these two guys to go ringless, bro.
No facts. So far, right now, this is how the team's going. The infield, third base, we got LeMahieu. Shorty, we got Volpe. Second base, Gleyber. Rizzo at first, right? Right field is gonna be Soto. Judge center field. Verdugo left field. Stanton DH. No, I guess.
Yep.
Trevino, I think he's gonna be starting. Obviously, right? Trevino's gonna start unless they switch it up. I don't know how that's gonna work.
I think they'll probably do more like a 50-50 like they did with Higgy.
They match.
And I mean, and if it goes down to a platoon, they might, and then it'll favor Wells, and then they'll just probably, for the most part, they'll probably put like Trevino to start off for Cole the majority of the time, because like Cole like has that personal catcher stuff.
But what are they gonna do with Ben the Ghost? What is Kevin Cole gonna, like? Well, he has an option for AAA, so he doesn't have to make it out of the spring training, and so I don't think we'll lose him if he doesn't make it out of spring training. But there's a chance that the Yankees could trade him. I don't think like Ben's good, but I don't think like Cole is like strictly tied to him. You know what I mean? I enjoyed watching their whole back and forths between innings. Like they'd be yelling at each other. Like they're like this love-hate relationship. It was fun to watch.
It was hilarious, dude. Like it was like, damn, he was really going at him. He was really going at him.
We gotta, matter of fact, timeout. Let's do, and for those of you watching, we have the Don Yankee con el Booty random stat of the day, presented by Ruben Cruz, aka Numero Ruben. Ruben, what's the random stat of the day?
Since the New York Yankees have been the New York Yankees, right? We're looking at since 1912, 1913, right? Up to 2023. As the Yankees, we have a 576 win percentage, right? That is, and we're at 9,950 wins as the Yankees, okay? So we're excluding the Highlander days, okay? So it looks like, one, we're going to hit 10,000 wins this year as the New York Yankees. Two, that's an average of 93.3 wins per season since 1913. So I say that because I want everyone to understand. Yes, we haven't won in 15 years. What it feels like, right? Like 15, 13, 14 years, whatever. But you guys can't touch us when it comes to our consistent winning and our championship totals, okay? So
that happened years ago. Why are you talking about
this year, we're gonna win that championship, bro. We got to win this year. Plus, we haven't had a losing season in about 30 years. So, come on.
Damn, son.
And there you go, folks. The random stat of the day. Yo, that's hilarious. Number one, that's hilarious. I think you did great. We forgot to end it with the suck on that to the fans.
Right?
We need that 28 so bad because fans don't let it. Other fan bases don't let us talk about 27. So fine, we won't talk about 27. We're gonna start talking about 28. We need it so bad. I want that on a T-shirt if we win it. So
I can see a picture of you going like this, 28.
Bro, that'll be fire. So far, it seems like the team is already set. They're saying that a trade can happen in the spring training for a starter, a trade or a free agent signing. A lot of people are expecting the Blake Snell deal to happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm kind of 50-50. Like we're already spending money as it is.
Yeah,
Yesterday's deal wasn't the same deal as today.
Every dollar we add is $2.
Yes, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know if that Snell deal is gonna happen. Maybe a trade. We could see a trade happen. Who knows? Miami, Mariners. I don't know. The Chicago White Sox. Like so many options.
It's wild, man. Like the fact that
Guardians.
Like I mean, you're looking at Snell, Chapman, and Bellinger and Montgomery, and they're not signed.
That's wild. First of all, the Matt Chapman. I don't want Matt Chapman nowhere near this team. I'm gonna go ahead I'm gonna say that right now. I strongly disagree with all the other fans that would take a chance on him. I don't want that guy near the Yankees.
Like he has the upside, but I just don't.
No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to.
Like why?
I don't want it.
Because my thing is like okay, yes, the glove is elite.
Yeah.
You know, is the pop there? Yes, he got the pop, but like I just rather not move off of the batting average. You know what I mean? Like this guy's he hit 240 last year. Like okay, that's okay, whatever. But I need guys that have the potential to hit north of 260.
Listen, there's rumors that Gio Urshela's that the Yankees have taken a kick.
That's a good bench piece, bro. Like bring back
mind.
You bring back Gio, right? And let's say somehow Peraza's in the minors or Peraza ends up getting traded or whatever, right? Which would suck if we traded him, but I would understand.
Peraza needs to get a chance. That's what they need to do. Just give him a chance.
Peraza needs to go somewhere where they'll say, Peraza, this is yours. Toma.
Yeah.
Like, here's the glove. Just go play. Because Peraza's an MLB player, bro. Like, Peraza's a freaking beast on defense. If Volpe was a Gold Glove, this guy should be the Platinum Glove at shortstop. If
Volpe didn't ball out that spring training, Peraza was going to be it. They already had it in their hands.
Peraza should have freaking shut up before spring training last year. Look, I'm not gonna Volpe balled out, and I'm glad that he had the full year. I'm glad the Yankees stuck by him and everything. So I'm no critique on Volpe, but damn, bro, like Peraza should have.
The fans were crying about it.
Yes, and Peraza should have came freaking ready to play, bro, because he came in. There was talks that he wasn't in the best of shape, all this other stuff, and I'm like low key. I was pissed at him for that because like that kind of put him in bullshit house. Even though, how could you be in bullshit house when he gives cupcakes and cookies to everyone all the time? So I never understood that. But anyways, so with Peraza this year,
you're a menace, kid.
Bro, did you see the picture of Peraza this year though?
Yeah, he's lean. Everybody's leaning now, son.
Bro, this guy. I mean, he's toned. Like he's toned up, bro. Like he looks like he's ready to come in, and like he's gonna be like, "Look, I'm gonna find a way to get in."
That year, I'm telling you, man. This is that SMD year, son. Everybody's in there. This whole team is gonna go in with this vibe, like, you know, everybody's in there with this attitude that we haven't seen in a while, and it's gonna be led by El Capitan, son.
And that's what I think too. Like I think Judge has really started taking the initiative. Good, bro. How many guys are in here early? And I think I really believe that's something to do with Judge talking to ownership.
Yeah,
I think Judge is saying we need guys coming in early and ready to play. They need to come in early. If you come in on time, you late. He's going to
Don't come in Boricua time. Don't come in Boricua time.
Yeah, no. He's coming in
late. He's 2 hours late.
I remember when I first started working, there was this one lady that she told me, "Look, if you come in on time, you're late."
Yo, that's wild.
So but it goes back to it, it's like if they come in early, they come in ready to go. You know, because back in the day, like it makes sense. A lot of people would get there 5-10 minutes early before their shift would start, and they'll be like, okay, once like there was time to punch in, they're ready to go. So that was the thing with me. Like looking at the spring training, like it's different. A lot of guys are like, no, I'm ready to go. Like let's go. Like when spring training hits, I'm I'm gonna be 50% done. Like I remember I was watching the Gleyber's podcast, another podcast, the little vlog he has on his
Yo,
YouTube.
can you believe I have not watched not 1 minute of that?
En serio, brother.
I haven't watched not 1 minute of it.
It's actually been pretty good. Like just listening to some of the things they were talking about, and one thing I caught because he talks like it's not like super mic'd up, but when he was talking with Judge and the new hitting coach, he mentioned that he basically wants to kind of hit spring training in where like he's beyond like a certain point of being ready. Like he wants to be ahead of schedule this time around.
Good.
In terms of his swing and everything. And that's crazy because he had a good year last year. He had an 800 OPS.
Yeah, but this is the contract year, son.
Yeah.
This is the year. I'm telling you, like everybody they're banking on it. The Yankees organization's banking on all of this. Like,
bro,
we're not going to give him a contract yet. Let's see what he does.
Bro, to that Mahina, this guy hits like, because I've always been a big believer in Gleyber being able to hit 300. Like, I've always felt that he could. And he just never prioritized it, right? Like he just like he was fell in love with the homer, right?
He fell in love with that pop, son. That short porch to do that to you, man.
But with him cutting those Ks in a contract year, like I don't know, bro. Can you imagine this guy hit 300 and hit 30 home runs?
It's good for us, right? Because it's gonna help the team. But what is Gleyber's future?
I don't think he's gonna be here, bro. I don't see it.
I don't know.
I mean, the only way he stays, in my opinion, because we do have money coming off the books, is that if he takes a discount.
And if he has a crazy year, he's not going to take a discount. Let's be honest.
But like my thing is with Gleyber, because I want to. If you look at Gleyber, the personality, do you think he values being a Yankee more than the money?
I don't know, son.
The personality. Because like Soto, he's gonna be like, no, you pay me, bro.
I'm gonna pay me, kid. I'm there. I'm Soto. That's it. No, listen. Maybe. I feel like if the Yankees give him a decent offer, he's gonna take it. He's not gonna be trying to find the highest bidder. He's not gonna do that.
And you don't have a lot of GMs nowadays. Like look at Bellinger, look at Chapman, all these guys.
Yeah, but that's because of the agents. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole different.
But I think teams are really, really honing into the WAR and the value on WAR and all this other stuff. So like, I think that's also affecting like free agency. Like I think they're looking at the value of the money. But how did the
Yankees value Gleyber Torres? He was one of the best hitters for us last season.
Exactly. So
why haven't they extended him? Like, what are the plans for them? Like,
they probably want to see how he does this year. Like, because like
they're gonna piss him off. He's gonna have a great season, and then he's not gonna take a discount. He's gonna be like, "Nah, I want the bag."
But this is the problem with the Yankees, and like you mentioned right there with the whole getting the bag. If they would have just freaking extended certain guys at a young age, we wouldn't have been needing this conversation.
They extended the wrong people. Severino, Hicks, like they get.
Because
I wasn't upset with the Sevy deal, though. To be honest.
Yeah, no, I love the Sevy deal. Honestly, the Hicks deal looked pretty good at first.
I didn't like that shit. I didn't want it.
I didn't mind the Hicks deal, but at the same time, I was like, okay, that has a potential to be a steal because it's only $10 million a year.
He was playing. He wasn't that bad during that time. $10 million for him.
But at the same time, in my mind, when I saw that deal, like then that could be a really good steal, but he's never played 150 games.
Did you see the word was that the Brass told me he needed to stop playing golf?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
What?
But some of the players, like if you heard like Eric Kratz and like Foul Territory, the players on there, they were like, I don't know if that's true because we've had multiple coaches go and say, hey, go play some golf and like in
your mind
and clear your mind. And so I don't know, but then he played too much golf though.
I was about to say, but there's a difference. You know, Hicks was getting hurt a lot.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Too.
Okay. So you feel me? Like maybe it was true. Like, yeah, you're playing way too much, kid.
But imagine I thought the Hicks deal could have been a steal. You know, like at first I was like, wow, 70 mil for 7, like that's not bad. But then like that's better for us. But then he just went downhill after that. But like to me, it was like, okay, why are you giving Hicks a deal, but you didn't give Judge a deal ahead of time?
Yeah, that man.
Because like I felt like if you were gonna extend anyone, you would have extended Judge and you would have extended Torres
It's like
instantly.
they do that to piss them off to get the best out of them. It's like a test for them, right? Like, oh, kid,
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what you were capable of.
Those two, to me, I would have instantly extended Torres and Judge. I know Torres had his ups and downs, but he's proven that
That was
he's not.
their fault for moving him to shortstop. Like that messed. I mean, that like messed with his head.
And also, like, because like I understood not extending Gary. That I understood.
Gary
Because
was my guy, bro. I used to take a lot of heat for him.
Bro, he was a monster. But it was under Girardi, so but the thing with
Congrats to Joe Girardi, not to cut you off. Congrats to Joe Girardi.
He's back. I'm glad we have Joe back, bro.
Yo,
it's not what you want.
I was about to say, the first time we hear him, you saw my tweet, right? The first time we hear that first, it's not what you want, bro. I'm gonna want. I'm happy to have him back, though, man.
I do too, and low key, I'm like hoping he like somehow he ends up back. Like, oh my god, I didn't want Joe to go. I didn't want
him to go, but I felt like, okay, that's fine. I get it. It's time to move on. Let's see what happens.
Like, nah, I didn't want him to go. I thought they did him dirty, bro.
Yeah,
I thought they did him dirty. I was pissed.
They did.
I was like, damn, bro. Like, this guy just took a team that had no expectations to reach the World Series and took him to the World Series. Like
2017 was a while ago. No, I'm sorry. I'm not talking about that time, but
yeah,
the last time was 2017. I keep thinking, well, that was just, that wasn't too long ago. That was like right around the corner. Bro, it's been a minute already.
It's been 7 years, bro.
Bro, what? I know people are watching. You think of 2017, you're like, that's not that long ago. It was a long time ago.
I mean, it's like, bro, like when we start looking back, VHS, that wasn't too long ago, and then we're like,
Yo, listen, the Yankees starting rotation: Gerrit Cole, Rodon, Stroman, Nestor, Clark, or whoever you want to put into that fifth spot.
Yeah.
What are we grading that rotation right now? Stacking up with everybody else's. Mind you, let's take into consideration what our bats are going to be doing for this just the vibes of the rotation, right? They're going to go in there feeling, okay, we have some bats. I don't have to struggle every damn game.
Yeah.
Scared if I give up a run, we're done. And the confidence level of the rotation. How we feeling?
Look, man, I'm gonna allow the optimism hit me a little bit. It's spring training. Everybody feels like they can take over the world or whatever. You got Pinky in the brain over here going, hey, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Same thing we do every night.
Take over the world.
Time to take over the world. Bro.
But I really think when it comes to the rotation, I'm trying to be realistic here.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
I think we really could be a top 3, top 4
if everything
rotation.
goes well. If everything goes well.
If everything goes well, I really see this rotation being a monster, bro. Because, like, as long as, like, let's say a range of starts, right? You got Cole with his 33 starts. You got Rodon anywhere from 28 to 32 starts. Same thing with Stroman. Same thing with Nestor. And you got Smith doing his 32 starts. I don't see how you're going to have a bad rotation.
Yeah. I'm on record for saying I hate going into the season with a bunch of ifs.
Mm-hmm.
But this season, we have so many ifs. But these ifs I feel positive about them. Like, I feel like this is a different type of, like, I have a good feeling about these ifs. Before, they weren't too, they was like, man,
and
this time around it feels different.
I think it feels that way too because you see so many guys that got punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know, and Cashman said it. Sometimes the biggest motivator is getting punched in the mouth.
Get punched in the mouth, son. You punch back, kid.
You know, so the question is, how are you going to punch back? How are you going to get up? You know, so and you and I have always been we loved Nestor's story of being an underdog. A lot of people discount Nestor. People have been waiting on the moment they can crap on freaking Nestor and say, "Oh, we knew he wasn't going to make it." So
that's a lot of fans, though. They do that. They rather have that aha, I told you, than just to have their team succeed.
Exactly. They're like, oh,
There's a lot of you fans. There's a lot of fans that do that shit, bro.
They want to say, oh, Nestor was a flash in the pan. It's like, come on, guys. Nestor freaking pitched his ass off, bro.
Yeah.
You don't go to you don't pitch in New York a full season of 2.44 ERA ball.
Bro. Yes. Like, talk that shit.
Bro, that takes legitimate ability, bro. Yeah. Like, same thing with Rodon. Like, Rodon, oh, he was in San Francisco. That's why he didn't allow all those home runs. Guys,
damn,
pitched in freaking Chicago that allowed way more home runs than we did.
Wanted him bad, bro. They were tweeting.
Yes.
Yo, I got some receipts, kid. I'm not one to
pull
my receipts.
I'm waiting for it. Pull him. Bro, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it. Like, look, man, I can see Cole, under 3 ERA. Rodon is either going to have like a 3.2 or like under, you know, like you're going to see Rodon really just hone in. Look, I'd even take a 3.5 from Rodon, but I can see him be with a 3 or 2.9. Stroman.
I think Stroman's going to have one of the biggest seasons.
I think he's going to have.
In that room with Garrett Cole, and he's going to try to show off. He's going to try to take. And just take everything he can from it, and he's gonna be trying to show out. I think,
I can see
Stroman. I think he's gonna have
with the Mets.
Okay,
180 innings, bro. 180. 3 ERA. 3 ERA. That right there. If you take a call, like he would probably be one of the like top 5 finishers in the Cy Young. Like, you know what I mean? Like 3 ERA. Like,
I feel like he's gonna get under 3 ERA. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Under 3.
Bro, I'm like this. I'm smoking it all, son. I give him a 2.94. 2.94, right. I give him.
You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here, folks. The bullpen.
And Nestor, look, man, as long as Nestor, look, I understand the concerns with Nestor when it comes to the shoulder, because I know it was a rotator cuff. That's like, as long as that is healthy.
If he's healthy.
As long as that is healthy, this man is going to go and pitch to a 2.9 ERA.
He's going to be rocking the boat. He's going to have these guys all dizzy. That's what he does, kid.
And at the worst, 3.3 ERA, 3.4. Like, because like he's a good pitcher, bro. Like, he's a freaking good pitcher.
He could fight through it. He could maneuver his way through the lineup, even if he doesn't have everything.
Schmidt had people forget about Schmidt. Because a lot of people would crap on Schmidt, but he had a stretch where he was really good. Like, where his ERA was like under 3.5 for like a good 2.5 months. And
Michael King. Oh, wait a minute.
Payaso.
We don't have him because we have Juan Soto.
Yep. But Schmidt, when I look at Schmidt, bro, like, people forget. So, when he became a top prospect for us, right? Schmidt had 90 innings, 15 starts in 2019. And that's when he got on the map. He was in the top 10 of prospects and blah, blah, blah. Then the Yankees decided to rush him. And
that's what they do. That's what they do.
Yeah. And well, that's what they did. Not anymore. Not anymore. So
we don't know that. We don't know anymore. We don't know if that's going to stop or not. We don't know how they're going to maneuver.
Well, yeah, because I remember a lot of the starters that they've had in the minors, now they go level to level. Like, bro, we have some starters, bro, in the minors, bro.
Yeah.
But anyways, looking at it now, in 2020, they go and let him make his debut in the COVID season, which to me was so stupid. I was like, why would you just leave him? Tell him, like, work on your stuff, work on your body, come back in 2021 in AAA or something. But whatever, they didn't do that. And then on top of that, Boone says, "Oh, make your debut with a man on base, coming out as a reliever instead of a starter." Come on.
I was dumb.
Anyways,
I was dumb.
So then 2021 comes in, and he got a little bit hurt, this and that, whatever. Didn't have the greatest of years. So his innings, he never pitched more than 90 innings and it's been 2021 now, right? So like, and he's been in the minors like 18 and 19. So then you go in 2022. 2022, I was complaining the entire year because I kept saying, either keep Schmidt down in AAA starting every fifth day, or put him in the rotation in the majors, but stop pitching him in the bullpen.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, "Oh, but he could, start pitching in the bullpen and getting used to the MLB and all this other stuff." But I'm like, if you guys are planning to have him start, you need him to build up his innings and get used to going around the lineup 2 to 3 times. So, and that's what we saw. The first month, he couldn't get past the lineup the second time. So, but as the season went on, you saw all of a sudden, okay, he can get over it 2 times. Now that third time is when he really started struggling, but he was figuring it out as the season went on. So I don't because he's a hard ass worker, bro. Like this guy, you can tell I've never thought that this guy doesn't put the effort in. He puts the effort in. He's always looking at it.
But fans don't want to hear that. Fans don't want to hear that. You know what fans want to hear? They want to hear that Nestor Cortez is going to be our 5th starter because they got Blake Snell.
Hey, and low key, Schmidt could make 32 starts. You'll all of a sudden see him pitch 180 innings and have like a 3.65 ERA, and they're gonna be like, "No way, he did that."
I'll take it. I'll take it. But I wouldn't be.
He pitched 150 innings last year. That could jump.
I mean, hashtag.
But
they were talking about who would be the sexy trade though? A Cease? That's gonna be pricey. Who is somebody that nobody's thinking about, that nobody's talking about?
Oh, shout out to Rocket on Twitter.
Rocket. Yo, that guy. I like Rocket though. He's very consistent. He's always in the loop. He's
No, that's
he's a little dramatic, but
Rocket's been a little bit nicer to me recently because he started talking some shit for a bit, and so I got out of him a little bit.
He's been cool with me. He's been cool.
But he's been cool with me ever since I set him straight. So I appreciate you, Rocket. Okay. All right, because I was like, yo, like Mahone, like no ain't got.
Oh, nobody troll better than the King Li, son. Nobody doesn't like Li though. Nobody doesn't like Li.
So Rocket mentioned Freddie Peralta.
Yeah, I saw that.
That would be an interesting move, and he has a contract, so he extended early. So I don't know if he has like maybe 2 years left or 3, but that would be an interesting guy to get. Freddie Peralta.
I'm still hoping that the Yankees somehow, some way, bust out a blockbuster trade with the Guardians for a Clase A. And a Bieber.
And Bieber?
And Bieber. No, and if we're gonna go there, maybe Ramirez. I don't know. Get J-Rang somehow in there.
If Bieber
is cost a farm, but
bro, if Bieber is healthy, right? Like when I mean healthy, I'm talking about like that elbow inflammation's done and over with, all that stuff. His velo's back up to hitting 94, 95. Because his velo dropped a lot last year.
That's a big if though with him, right?
Yeah, but if that and despite the velo drop, bro, this guy still averaged 6 innings per start.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind them taking a chance on it.
Honestly, you add him to this rotation, and let's say his velo doesn't come back all the way.
He still has the stuff. He still has stuff.
No, but yeah, like he still has. He's a pitcher. He's a pitcher. He's not a guy who's gonna blow you away. He's a pitcher. So if you look at him, like last year was his worst year, and he had a 3.8 ERA. Like that was his worst year outside of his rookie year, right? So, and he still gave you like 6 innings per start. So that tells me if he just gets 1 mile per hour back on his fastball, and he just stays healthy, this guy has proven that he can give you 200 innings. Because remember, people forget 2019, 2021, both years he had 200 innings those years. One of the few starters now that you can say has touched 200 in the career. And when he did in 2021, it was 231 starts, not even 32, 33, or 34. It was 31, and it was a 2.88 ERA.
See, but us fans, we would want that, right? Like the brass runner, Brian Cashman, is listening to us, and he's like, "I'll tell you what, you want Bieber? Fine, cool. I'll one up you, and I'll bring Noah Syndergaard. How about that?" We've been watching you saw the news. They've been watching. They watched this bullpen session or whatever the case was. I've been on Twitter. I've been on record saying I've always wanted Noah Syndergaard on the Yankees.
Yeah.
Is he gonna come to the New York Yankees and just all of a sudden become Thor again and just kill it? No, probably not.
Probably not.
Try. I would give it a chance to see.
The good reports that I like, because the thing with Noah was that his velo had dropped from his heyday with the Mets, right? Where like he was like a 90, like he was touching like 100 regularly.
What's it down to? What's the last? What's it?
Let's look at the exact velo. But I know that last year, when he was with the Angels and I think did he get to the Guardians at one point?
So to be.
Let me see here. Let me pull it up real quick, because like his velo, I know it dipped. I know it dipped for sure with the Dodgers and the Angels. And usually the Dodgers are good at fixing pitchers, so like that was a little bit weird too. To see him like not succeed that well with Dodgers.
Dodgers taking strays. My guy Ruben's just throwing strays at everybody today. Nobody's safe, kid. Nobody's safe.
I'm telling you, bro. I keep my mental receipts on certain things.
Listen, after we finish up on Syndergaard, we're gonna go over the bullpen right now, because the Yankees, in my opinion, that was the last move, right? The Ferguson. That's the last move they're making for the bullpen.
Yeah.
So technically, the bullpen's all set. What they're gonna still focus on is the starting, the rotation.
Yeah.
What do you got on Syndergaard right now? Because that could be a possibility.
Yeah. So Syndergaard last year, so his stuff was definitely down. See, I knew it. His velo was down last year significantly. It was down to 92.2.
Damn.
So he wasn't throwing that hard.
No? Was he healthy or was he?
He had a so-so health year. Like he hasn't been super healthy. Like the last 2 years in 2022 and 2023, he had 25 games and 18 games. 2023, he had a 6.5 ERA. Diantre. So this is the thing with him. Like he's definitely had to work on getting his velo back. So with the last 2 years, right? He had 92.2 last year. And then the year before that with the Dodgers, I think it was the Dodgers, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Dodgers. He had a 93.8 miles per hour in his fastball the year before that.
Big dip though from his Mets days.
Yeah, so if we go back to his Mets days, shoot. Let's see here. Deandre, bro, he was all red on Baseball Savant, like nasty, bro.
That's the time, bro. The way I was off, and if you go through my Twitter, through the old tweets, I'm sure I have a few Yankees Mets trades. Trades.
At a certain point, Syndergaard was like, like everybody wanted him.
He was it.
But if you looked at so his velo with the Mets back in the day, so you had 2015, 97.7, 2016, 98.6. 2017, 98.2. 2018, 97.4. 2019, 97.6. Like his fastball was nasty, bro. And then 2020, he sat out. I think he had like probably Tommy John and stuff like that, or I think that was 2021 that he had Tommy John. So 2022, he came back. His velo was nowhere near the same. But the reason why I mentioned the velo on his fastball was because they said that in the like we're like late in the off season, and this guy's already throwing 94, 95, 96. So because they said mid 90s consistently. in his bullpen when the teams were watching him. So that to me, it makes me wonder, like, if he's still building arm strength, could it be that he got his training back under control, got his flexibility and did all the right exercises to get his body right? If this guy, we could see him average 95, 96 again.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
If he's truly hitting 95, 96, bring him on.
Bring him on. With Matt Blake, bring him on.
Yeah, bro. 95, 90. If he's throwing 95, 96 consistently like that, that's his average fastball where he's touching 98 at a certain point.
Yeah, but what situation? It's a tough scene right now that those are the pitches that we're talking about, right? Noah Syndergaard. Like, how many fans, we wouldn't want him. We don't want Noah Syndergaard, blah, blah, his velo, this and that. And we're in that stage right now in the offseason where he's a possibility. Because like they said, right, a lot of teams, including the Yankees, have seen him have his session.
So this is the thing. Like, I've always been like, I've always criticized the Yankees for not going for the right players at a certain time. So, like, for example, like Harper was like duh. Like Freeman looked like it was a guy that they should have gone for instead of like Rizzo, for example. Even though I like Rizzo and everything, but Freeman to me, like, they didn't go hard enough. Like if they really wanted to, they could have. Like, Freeman's the type of player that they could have offered. They could have overpaid. They could have been like, you know what, we're going to give you $30 million per year. We're not going to give you 26 or 27. We're going to give you $30 million per year.
The Yankees don't seem like they're trying to overpay. They've overpaid for a Judge.
And that's what.
That's about it.
And that's where I criticize their scouting and their analytics because, bro, there's certain players that you look at them and you can tell they're gonna age well.
Juan Soto's that. I feel like Juan Soto's one of those players that they'll overpay for.
Yeah,
and maybe that's why they don't really want to spend as much.
But if they would have gotten, like, for example, let's say we didn't get Rodon for whatever reason, right? Because he was like, injury history, all that stuff. But
Blake Snell would have been signed by now if that was the case.
No, but I'm saying, like, and you would have gone after hard on the offense and said, no, we're going for freaking Freeman. See, that to me, so my problem has always been the fans do this, the Yankees do this, the media does this. Oh, the team spent $1 billion in the offseason. Guys, it's not about how much you're spending in a total contract. It's about, does it fit your every year annual budget?
Does it fit in there? I got it.
Because at the end of the day, I don't care that they're paying Ohtani $700 million. The point is, how much are they paying him per year?
Per year.
So
and Yamamoto, we had the most per year, right?
Exactly. We have 30. We offer 30 per year. We touched 30. No one else did.
Nobody else. Well,
so that's the problem that I have with the mentality of looking at the total contract value. It's like, no, it's your budget. So, okay, we don't want to spend another $200 million contract. Bro, BS. You could have had a Bryce Harper and a Judge and a Stanton and fit it in because you fit in $26 million in like a year for freaking Josh Donaldson for 2 years.
Bro, but that takes us into a whole nother segment. That would take a whole episode of why Brian Cashman shouldn't be the general manager. That takes us to a whole nother rant.
Because that's been my problem. It's like, you can lock out multiple contracts. That's what the Yankees did.
Just do the right ones. The right ones.
Pick the right ones and spread them out, right? So you pick one, like, okay, Harper's 25. We're going to get him at 25. And then we got Garrett Cole at like 30, right? And then it was a couple years down the road. You go and you sign Judge. Now let's say, okay, we want to wait. We don't want to get all of them in the same exact age. We want to spread them out. Look at the freaking the Braves. They have guys that are 25, 27, 28, 29. So
I don't know what the Braves are doing over there. They're doing something weird. It's so raro. The way they're locking up these players.
Yeah, because you know what they do? They basically tell them, look, you like it here, right? It's warm. You like the ball club. Like, bro, like, a lot of players are like, bro, if you can pay me ahead of time, like, I'll stay, man. Like, a lot of these players, a lot of these players are not going to turn down guaranteed money, bro. And if you come right at them, they're going to do it. So,
yeah.
But anyways, I'm going to stop there because that's the whole thing. But that's been my critique. That's been my critique right there. That is like
No, we
it's not-
got Ruben. We gotta let you cook. Sometimes
Yeah.
we gotta take the leash off and just let you go at it.
because
But let's talk
that's
about
the
the
thing.
bullpen.
Go for it.
So far, the bullpen we got Holmes, Kane,
Mhm.
Weiziger, Hamilton. We just got Ferguson. We got Weaver, Gonzalez. I don't know if any of the prospects
That's
come up.
us.
Yeah, I don't know if they come. If they get the chance. Efros, right? We got
Louis
Hill.
Hill. Mhm.
Yeah, so Bieber, Warren. I don't know if they get a chance or not. The bullpen doesn't seem as bad as people are making it out to be. Is it as balanced with lefty righties? Not really, but it's still it's
Well, every bullpen they usually carry 2 to 3 lefties, so I think this is good.
okay. It's
I
not
think
as
this is a
bad
good
as
balance.
people are making it out to be. Some fans are out there acting like we don't have anybody, as if the bullpen is. I mean, I get it; it does get taxed out,
Mm-hmm.
but again, that plays out with a lot of the ifs, like what can happen this season.
Yeah, the bullpen's success is going to be tied to the rotation
Yeah,
and the
and
offense.
that's gonna depend on how Boone manages
Yeah.
the rotation.
That's what I'm
Everything
saying.
is
So,
linked, bro.
if the starting pitchers do well, the bullpen will do better. Because remember, our bullpen last year, they had the number 1 ERA, but that's skewed because a lot of the runs that they let go, cross the home plate, wasn't their runs. It was the starters. Because they were 25th in allowing the starters runs. They sucked at that. So as long as the starters do their job, then we can see the bullpen probably be even better. Because if Boone has if Boone can just lay off let me bring in the reliever with 1 out or 2 outs, and kind of let the pitcher finish that inning, and then let the reliever start with a clean inning, we could see the bullpen probably be even better.
Yeah, I agree. So right now, fans, we're all in the same boat. We're all waiting to see what happens. We're all expecting that one more move to happen. We don't know what it is yet. There's so much speculation happening. So many sources. So-and-so says this guy's going to come. Look, nobody really knows what's going to happen because the Yankees always bust out a move that nobody was calculating. So let's leave it at that. Let's see what happens. So, obviously we're going to be back. We're not going anywhere. So hopefully the next time we hop on, there's a big move, right? We get that starter. We get a bat. Who knows who falls on our lap? Belly, I don't know. It could be anybody. But let's stay tuned. Stay tuned, folks. Follow me on Twitter at Don Sicario1. Ruben, tell them where they can follow you, kid.
You can follow me on X, a.k.a. Twitter, at Cruz Yankee Fan.
And on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments. Don't let none of these jabronis tell you that your opinions don't matter.
Yes, and get some drip.
Without us, all these teams, they're playing at empty ballparks. Our opinions matter. Now, like and subscribe to the channel. Follow my guy Felix at NYYNEWS on Twitter as well. He's La Mente Maestra. And we're going to be trying to cook up for you folks. Don't be afraid to give your comments. If you guys see my guy Eli, he's not afraid to leave his opinions everywhere, son. And he'll tag you. Do the same thing. Let us know how you feel. Let us get into the conversation. Give your comments. Go on Twitter. Tag us. Do whatever the hell you want. I don't care what it is as long as we talking baseball. Ruben, any last words, kid?
Hey, go to NYYNEWS shop at our website. Get some drip. We got a lot of nice stuff up there too. We got some of the Don Yankee merch. We got the NYYNEWS Ruben merch up there. So
yes,
we got a lot of stuff up there, really nice stuff. And then to end it, man, go freaking Yankees. It's time to win. It's time to ball out. Guys are ready to freaking play. And guys, be positive this year. Be positive. You guys need to make them feel like you guys are behind them, okay?
Yes.
Tell them, hey, you can freaking do this, bro. Start pulling the Rock Schneider Adams on it. You can do it!
Yeah.
Mixing live straight from New York City.
And at the end of the day, remember, folks, hold it down.